We're getting unloaded. Stay tuned. So we are sitting here at the job site, finally getting unloaded. So good thing I didn't wash my truck because it's a little muddy here. Got our next load. We'll be going from here down to Huntington, West Virginia. Got a load of steel, no tarp, going to Memphis, Tennessee. So good reload area usually. Basically right down from where it was that I picked this up. So that's what we're setting right now. Let's kind of hoping this week's going to be a good week. I already had one load that I was going to take, and I'm glad I didn't get it. It was going to South Carolina. I just didn't want to end up going down the turnpike. It costs $40 now instead of $18, so it over doubled the price down going that direction. So anyway, as soon as we get unloaded here, we're going to head out, go get our next load. So I'll check back in with you later. Hey everyone, got the steel load off this morning, and then went over to West Memphis and sat there for a little bit looking for loads. Coordinator never called me on anything. I finally found a load over here by Little Rock. It's going to take me up to Joplin. It's roofing materials, and then I selected a load. We'll see if I get it out of there. Going up to Des Moines. I don't know if I really want to do it, but if I get it, I get it. If I don't, it's no big deal. I'll look for something else. But freight rates have really dropped, at least in this area. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that with deadhead miles. I mean, some of this stuff is like $1.35, $1.40 a mile. So it's really still, they may say the loads are coming up, but the rates still aren't coming up. They're staying down. So this load I've got that I'm picking up tomorrow, it isn't too bad. But I pulled in down here at this Petro. It's been a while since I've stayed at this Petro here in Little Rock, and they've taken 3/4 of the parking and made it paid parking. So I'm glad I got down here this early afternoon, because I mean, it used to be only like up by the front was paid parking. They've got it running all the way towards the back over here where the shops are at. The whole front is now is still paid parking, and then they have spots behind it that used to be free. That's all paid parking now. So they're getting ridiculous with this paid parking. I mean, I can understand a few spots for drivers that are coming in the evening, but this is just ludicrous. So, but anyway, that's where we stand right now. The load that I delivered this morning, I didn't get any footage of it. It was a quick loading it. I was in and out of there, and when I delivered it, I mean, I pulled up and there was no trucks in front of me, so they had me back right in and got me unloaded. And by the time I left, there was 3 trucks on the side of the road waiting to go in, and I passed 2 of them coming in as I was going out. So I got there just in the nick of time, I guess. So anyway, we'll check in tomorrow and see if I can get a little footage of them loading some roofing materials. Woohoo! Got to tarp it. Go up to Joplin. Like I said, I'm not too worried. I like Joplin, so I like the truck stop up there. So anyway, we'll check in tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to check in after the Joplin load. I ended up going down to Pryor, Oklahoma, and picked up a load of pipe. It was like coiled pipe, and ended up taking that up to Des Moines, Iowa. and then got a load that I picked up today, which I showed the clip before I started this part. It's pallets, but what's funny is the load told me that I was picking up from John Deere, and said it was mechanical equipment, and I get to where I'm picking up and there is no John Deere. Well, there is, but there isn't. I get to the address, and I'm thinking tractors or something, and all I see is piles of wood and trees cut down. That was the address. So I thought, all right, let me just pull in here. I'm thinking I was losing my mind. Pull in, and sure enough, it's John Deere pallets. So, and taking those, this is my weekend run. I'm taking it down to Jackson, Tennessee. And then I've already got a load that'll pick up Monday, that'll take me back down into Louisiana and deliver Tuesday or Wednesday. So this week ended up being a decent week. I got no complaints. I mean, I do, but no way you're gonna listen. So there could have been a little bit more money there, but I made money, so I'm not really complaining too bad. We stayed busy, only lost basically one day. That was the day that I drove from West Memphis over to Little Rock. So all in all, it was a good week. Was hoping for a little bit better, but you never know what's going to happen this next week. We'll see. I get down into Louisiana. There's a few loads down there that I looked at. Stuff going to California. I just don't want to go to California. Not that I can't, but it was like going to the Oakland area, and I just ran into a driver that said that he sat over in California for 6 days until he could get a load out. So it's like, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather be down in Louisiana. If I got to go back down into New Orleans and pick up some coils and take those back up to Tennessee, that's what I'll do if they've got them. So got some storms coming in tonight, so have to hunker down a little bit. But yeah, I just stopped. I'm at a Petro here for tonight. Got to go through St. Louis in the morning, but I've only got like 350 miles, and shut it down and get a reset in, and then hit it hard again next week. So that's it for this week. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care. Hit the subscribe button, share it out. Just keep it between the ditches, and we'll talk to you again next week.